Say hello to Johnny Somali.
What's up?
Stop.
Stop what? What is wrong? I didn't think.
Hey, hey! Wait a second.
I'm chill. Calm down.
Yeah, you have to show the police officer the passport.
No problem. But what did I do? I'm saying, what's the crime? Give them. But
Hey,
what?
you have to show your
I
ID.
will show you. But what did I do?
This is illegal.
Illegal.
If you
I
don't-
will give it.
if you
Relax.
Don't, if you don't show
I will
your
give
ID,
you.
it's
I will
illegal.
give- but what-
Show me. Hey!
Don't
show me.
scream. Relax.
Okay.
Come.
Thank you.
Relax. Okay.
Just for
Why
sure.
scream? Why? This isn't off.
Hold
It's off. Phone is off.
Turn down. Turn down, please.
Down. Okay. Down. What is problem? You will see Somali in Beijing, in Shenzhen, and a Chinese mega city, Chongqing. Wait, just so they know. Xi Jinping, I'm with you, brother. Don't ever question me. Don't ever question me, Xi Jinping. Japan will pay for what they've done to you. For what they've done to the greatest country on earth, the Communist People's Republic of China.
Now, first of all, I'm sorry to even have to mention this guy's name, to even have to put him on your radar, because if you didn't know that this guy existed, your life would probably be happier, because this guy is just absolute filth. He basically does streaming video content, tries to use like shocking and offensive things to get popularity, and that's how he popped up on my radar. You know, whether it was on YouTube or on Twitter, he just does really, really bad stuff, and he gets attention for it, and he gets in a lot of trouble. And I hadn't seen his name pop up for a long time, but recently I've been seeing it pop up, and apparently he's in South Korea, and he's doing what he does best, being just a horrible person in general, offending people, harassing people, getting himself in trouble, disrespecting people. We're talking about the lowest rung of humanity here, folks. And if you are South Korean and you happen to be watching this video, again, just like I had to do many, many months ago when I apologized to Japan on behalf of this dirtbag, let me send out an apology on the behalf of all Americans. Of course, we didn't do this. We would never do it. But this jerk holds an American passport. He absolutely does not represent us. Hell, he doesn't represent anybody. He wants to be a Somalian pirate. Well, Johnny, why don't you go to Somalia and work on that and leave everybody else alone? Do the pirate thing, get on one of the ships, go out and harass people, and eventually somebody, probably the U.S. Navy, will take you out. But South Korea, I want to send my apologies to you all, because this guy is in your country now, and trust me, it's not a good thing. What would have been good is if your government would have vetted him before he got in. Just take a look at his past. He's got a very big social media footprint, and one thing should be clear to any country. You don't want this guy going there. He just got there. He's already made the news for highly, highly offending the Korean people. Just being a complete jerk. He gets approached by the police. He disrespects them. He argues with them. He doesn't cooperate. He lies. You could see he was trying to tell them, oh, the camera's off, the camera's off. No, it was still rolling. And he hasn't yet been arrested or deported. Hopefully it won't take that long. But the problem is, when you deport him, where's he going to go? I mean, like I said, the guy unfortunately holds an American passport. And if you guys deport him, he might end up getting shipped back to America. And trust me, guys, we don't want him. So if you happen to be in the South Korean government, and by the 1,000,000 to 1 chance that you end up seeing this video, if you deport this guy, please do not send him to the U.S., just send him to Somalia. Anytime I've seen this guy's name come up, it's always associated with something extremely negative. I think the first time that I ever heard this guy's name, he was on a subway in Japan, harassing people about World War II, talking about Fukushima, and just being a really, really bad person. Now, this guy, while he does get away with a lot, sometimes it comes back to bite him in the ass. You know, some people do stand up to the guy. Some people check him. Some people punk him out. And there was a legend one day, a white dude with a man bun in Japan that had had enough of Johnny Somali's antics and knocked him the hell out. And I want to give a big shout out to that guy. I wish I could meet him, shake his hand, treat him to a couple beers. That guy is a legend. But unfortunately, the knockout can only last so long. The guy came back too. He didn't learn any lessons, and he continues to do what he does. Whether it's Japan, Israel, South Korea, wherever this guy goes, trouble follows. Now he's in South Korea, causing a ruckus, going on a rampage, pissing all kinds of people off, making the headlines. How long will it last? I don't know. I mean, I have to imagine that South Korea will only put up with so much. But before he's out of there, he's going to make sure that he stirs up quite a shitstorm, and then he'll be gone. And I've been to Korea. Granted, that was like 14 years ago. The people were so nice. The country was beautiful. I had such an amazing time in Korea, and I would love to go back, maybe in 2025. And you know, that's one of the things I like about Asian countries is that generally nobody's looking for trouble. The people are nice. Most Asian countries are very safe. The people are respectful and courteous. And Asia, just as a region, I would have to say is probably my favorite place on planet Earth. It's an awesome place filled with amazing countries, amazing cultures. And when you get somebody like this guy, Johnny Somali, that comes out to a place that I love so much and acts like this, it truly pisses me off. And this guy deserves everything that he's got coming to him, because trust me, if you walk this path for long enough, eventually you will get what's coming to you. And if he continues going down this road, eventually he's going to mess with the wrong person and he will get what's coming to him. He's gotten a little taste of it here and there, but eventually the big one will come. Now, I don't wish harm or illness or anything negative to anybody out there. I don't like to keep that type of negative energy in my heart. Hell, maybe the guy might actually decide to grow up, get a life, and maybe mature a little bit. Maybe try to join the man club, join the adult club, and try to be somewhat of a civilized, decent human being. But I'm not going to hold my breath for that, because he has shown me absolutely nothing to lead me to believe that he's even interested in considering that option. Now, the thought crossed my mind, what if this guy came to China? Because, you know, I saw a video and he was saying that he was getting a lot of love and support from Chinese viewers. And of course he was, because he's been trashing Japan a lot. And of course, you're going to have some of the, Chinese viewers go on and be like, oh, right, he's standing up, for China. He's, trashing Japan, because obviously there's quite a nasty history between China and Japan. But do not be fooled, my Chinese friends. This guy has no respect for anyone. When he comes here, if he came to China, yeah, he would have a lot of stuff to say about Japan, but he would also have a lot of stuff to say about China. He would disrespect your people. He would disrespect your country. He would cause trouble. So while you might be in his comments section praising him for, crapping on Japan, be careful who you align yourselves with or who you support. Because who you support, to a certain extent, is a reflection of you. And if you're supporting a guy like this, who causes trouble everywhere he goes, that's his whole shtick. Go to a place, piss the people off, do whatever he can to disrespect them, push the limits as far as he can, until either maybe he gets beat up, arrested, deported, or something like that. And then he moves on to his next country where he can go in there, go on a rampage, cause trouble, act like a fool, then rinse, recycle, and repeat. The cycle continues. And I actually found a video where he was talking about his big plans to come to China. Now, in his mind, he thinks that he's got China on his side because he's really been trashing Japan, bringing up World War II, Fukushima, all this kind of stuff. But he has a routine. We all know what his game is. And if he comes to China, it would be very interesting to see how that plays out. China has their own intranet. They have their own social media. A lot of things go viral here that the outside world never sees. And guys like this would quickly go viral. He would come, he would do something stupid, and he would stir up nationalistic fervor amongst all the netizens here in China, and he would end up feeling the wrath of over 1 billion people. So I can't see how his shtick would work out too well for him here in China. Now, if he came and just decided to be 100% pure anti-Japan shill, yeah, he could probably do pretty well for himself. But I don't think that's what he would do. I think he would just be up to his old tricks when he came here. He might come to China and do a hit piece on Japan and go viral. But quote me when I say it wouldn't be long before he did something to piss China off. And his whole thing about going to countries where people are nice and just spitting in their face, disrespecting them, disrespecting their police, their country, their culture, that would not work out too well for him in China. Now, part of me is kind of curious to see what would happen if he was here. I'm not going to lie, I'm kind of curious to see that. Part of me thinks it would be kind of awesome if he came over here, experimented with his usual douchebaggery, and got arrested and maybe had to spend a few years in jail. That might actually be good for him. But on the other hand, as a foreigner living here in China, when he comes, I know it's going to stir up a huge shitstorm. And the thing is, when this kind of stuff, like foreigners behaving badly, goes viral in China, to some degree, it kind of hurts the reputation of all foreigners in China and stirs up anti-foreigner resentment, which doesn't serve me well. So part of me is kind of curious to see him actually come to China, but the other part of me doesn't want him to come. But he was talking about coming to China this year, several months ago. Well, this year is almost over. But again, South Korea is not too far from China. Now, if he applied for a visa here, would they vet him to see who he is? Because if they did, there's no way they would let this guy in. But would he be able to slip through the cracks? I really don't know. Right now, he's in South Korea. Just a very short flight to China. Anyway, guys, I just needed to vent and get this off my chest. Put these words out there. Let me know what you think in the comments section below. Thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll catch you all in the next video. 下次再见.